Hey everyone, Leathco here, and we're going to do another little rant. This time I'm going to be discussing the newest big thing to hit the app markets here lately, freemium games. And this might not be what you think it is. I am not against freemium games. I think that it's actually a pretty cool idea. Maybe another rephrase of a demo whenever it's done right, but it's getting pretty bad in some cases whenever it turns into more of a, we'll give you the game for free, but you're going to pay a crap ton of money to actually be able to play the game sort of deal. One company right now actually is, to me, a great example of both types. The company's called Infinite Interactive. They are known for the Puzzle Quest series. And I'm going to discuss how they're released and what the issues are. If you want to try some of the games out, by the way, they are available on Steam, Android, and iOS. The Steam versions are kind of high. They run, I think, about $10 a piece for most versions, other than the newest freemium one that we'll be getting into later. But they're really quite good games. I really like them. Now, the early ones, specifically the first one, Puzzle Quest, which in my opinion is probably the best of the series, is not available on Android. It's only available on Steam and iOS, so keep that in mind. Starting with one, I think that's a good example, though, of what freemium should be. It's only paid on Steam, like $10 on Steam. On iOS, however, it is available, or was available. I don't have an iPod anymore, so I'm not sure if it still is, as a title where you can play the first couple chapters of the game for free, and then if you enjoyed it, you can unlock the rest. To me, at least, that's what freemium should be. Play the first level, the first chapter, maybe the first 2 or 3 of the game. If you like it, give the player the opportunity to unlock the rest. If they don't like it, they delete the app, or they continue on the demo version, whatever, and that's the end of it. Great idea, love the format, wish all freemium games stayed that way. Puzzle Quest 2 came out. To be honest, I didn't like this much. I felt that the gameplay was great, but the storyline and the setting was really bland compared to the first one. But similar gameplay, I did like it. I mean, it still comes recommended, just not as much as the first one. This time on Android, it had a freemium release where you could play whatever you wanted for the first half hour. After that half hour, you can either pay, I think it was like $5 to unlock the entire class of heroes that you could use, or $1.99 to unlock one class. Not as happy with that method, but I'm okay with that method. It's more or less a timed demo, which I'm not a fan of timed demos. I really like demos where you can take your time and get to know the game before you actually commit to making a purchase. But it's still workable. And like I said, it's not a bad game. Now, one I'm not sure if they even had a premium mode was Puzzle Quest Galactrix, which it got pans pretty heavily, but I recently got it. I kind of like it. It's different for a puzzle game. Maybe I should explain Puzzle Quest. More or less, it's like Bejeweled with role-playing game elements. You can use mana to cast spells. You have certain gems that attack your opponent, but it's more or less Bejeweled with role-playing game elements. But in Galactrix, it's not quite identical to Bejeweled. For example, it's not a square, it's more like a hexagon as far as your playing field goes. And your gems, whenever you swap them, they fall in the direction you swap rather than always straight down. There's your explanation of Puzzle Quest. Now, moving on for the game I have the problem with now is Puzzle Quest Marvel. I believe it is, or Marvel Superheroes Puzzle Quest, whatever. This game's absolutely horrible in its premium model. There is no longer a game to unlock. Now you pay money for coins. Plus, you pay more money for gems, and you use the coins and you use the gems to power up your heroes or to purchase new heroes in the game, and It's horrible. There's no other way of putting it. It is absolutely horrible, because what the game ends up turning into is a pay-to-win game. It's not pay-to-play. You can play all you want for free. But if you actually want to beat the game, you have to continue paying into the system. And it's ridiculous. Whereas the original Puzzle Quest, hey, you pay $10, you can play the full game, you can beat the full game. No more. No, with Marvel Superheroes Puzzle Quest, you pay $10 and you might get a few level ups out of the deal. Then you can expect to pay even more money for more level ups, and it continues on ad infinity until you eventually finally beat the game, and even if the game has an ending. I don't know whether it does or not, because I refuse to spend that kind of money on a freemium title. Another game that I had the same problem with recently was The Simpsons Tapped Out, where earning money in the game wasn't too hard. You could buy money outside, though. But as long as you could earn coins or money in the game, I'm not real worried about. Donuts, which are a currency in this particular game, you can't really get in-game hardly ever. For the most part, you have to purchase donuts. And again, there's no way to really get further in the game past a certain point if you do not pay for these donuts. Now, I don't mind paying once for a game. I definitely believe that developers should get paid for the hard work that they do. Where I have the problem is whenever they expect you to pay over and over and over and over and over and over again continually in order to play or beat the game. That's also why I've never gotten into MMORPGs such as Final Fantasy XI, such as World of Warcraft, simply because if I'm playing their game, I really don't want to also pay a monthly fee to be able to continue to play that game. And I understand the excuses of, well, you got paid for server upkeep. And I can halfway understand that, except for one detail. Look at your first-person shooter multiplayer market. Look at games like Quake 3, Unreal Tournament, games that continue to this day to be played and to be free to be played. Why is this? Because the servers are hosted on players' computers, not on a Blizzard server or whatnot. The players themselves turn their computers into the servers, and an MMORPG could easily be made that would go over the same format. Especially with cloud computing becoming a major thing these days, all the players of a particular MMO could participate in a large cloud server. That way all you'd have to do is buy the game, and then not have to worry about paying for a server upkeep somewhere at the developer's headquarters, because the players' computers are the servers. Will we ever see that happening? I really hope so, but I don't look for it, because if that were to happen, EA's not going to make their money. Blizzard's not going to make their money. They can't make money by, selling you the game once. No, they have to sell you server access. They have to sell you extra items instead of actually being able to find those items in-game. I hate this model, and I really hope that it ends up dying in a few years. I have my hopes up that it'll die in a few years, that gamers out there will say no and quit. At least I hope it does in the app markets. I don't think it's going to end in MMOs, because it's just gone on for too long. It's become an accepted part of MMO gaming. It dates way back to EverQuest, which is really a shame. I would love to play an MMO that was widely popular, fun to play, and I didn't have to mess with paying a monthly fee for, and hopefully we'll see something like that come out. Anyway, that's the end of this rant. I'd love to hear your comments in the Google Plus comments below, or you can comment without even messing with Google Plus if you're a member of Retro Review Revolution, because this video is also posted on our site as well as any other video that we do. It's all on RetroReviewRevolution.com if you want to go check us out. Till then, see you all next time.